Lock here because we don't have basically we don't have a whole lot to talk about. It's a very small slate. I did do my core for this slate. It's up there, and I showed my early build in the lineups page. I'm sorry, on the site today, rather. I'm sorry, on the Discord rather than the site. But I wanted to just real quickly talk about it because I think that pitchers for me are going to be. I'm going to play the Dodgers today, and I'm going to use Rodriguez, Gilbert, and Kershaw as my pitchers. I have no problem if you want to take batters against pitchers, your own pitcher. That's fine with me. I don't mind if you want to take a shot with some Mets. I wouldn't stack them or anything, but maybe Alonso, Marte, or Lindor or something like that. But I also I'm going to start Kershaw and Gilbert as my main lineup. I'm pretty sure about that. There's plenty of value from the other sides. I think the White Sox projections are crazy. I haven't seen this kind of projection for them against a righty in a long time. I'm just using in filler pieces. My favorite is Gavin Sheets, and I think he'll be one of the lower owned ones potentially. So I like that. I like getting to pieces of Washington, specifically Lane Thomas, and depending on whichever catcher it is, whether it's Ruiz, or excuse me, who they might play because it's the day off is Riley Adams. It's a little hard because we have two games that we're not going to have lineups for a little while probably. So that's a little frustrating. Then I'm going to play the Dodgers priorities, Betts and Turner for me, and then followed by the lefties, Lux, Muncy, Bellinger, whoever ends up in the lineup, which again is still up in the air as of right now. So we'll figure that out. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Ask any questions, pop in any thoughts. I don't think it would be wrong to go with a contrarian Royals build if you're making some lineups. I'm not doing it, but I think that would be, if I was going to do something other than the Dodgers, I probably would be going. Is that right for the Royals? Am I looking at the right number? Actually, you know what? I don't know why the Royals are projected as high as they are. I actually wouldn't want to play them at that ownership against Cueto, who's just has sneakily been pretty good. Oops, let me see. I'm grabbing my Dodgers ownerships here. Yeah, the Dodgers are sort of in the middle lower tier a little bit, a little lower than some of the Royals, which is a little surprising because the pricing is a little hard for everybody to get to. I would encourage you guys to take some shots with the Dodgers, especially guys like Lux and Gallo if they're in the lineup. I think are in a good spot here, and they're going to be very low owned. Seattle is going to be. I think you're gonna in a few spots more owned. The guys I really want are going to probably be more owned than the Dodgers. I'll take the Dodgers. The interesting one is I just can't get to Detroit, but I think playing a one-off from there because that's the one team nobody's going to play. I think is not a bad idea because Oakland, Washington, everybody's going to have some ownership today, and it's just a way to get different. The one team that's going to be the lowest owned for good reason is Detroit, but even if you're starting Gilbert, I think you can use Baez or Riley Green, especially Eric Haas would fit into that mix as a one-off against him just to try to differentiate your lineup because it's going to be hard to differentiate too many spots today with how small the slate is. So pop on in. Any questions, any thoughts, any ideas, anything you guys are doing maybe that I'm not doing. Personally, going with the Kershaw and Dodgers build, I feel like is going to get me different-ish enough. I don't think Kershaw is going to be especially high owned. I've got him at whatever, somewhere between 15 and 20%. And the thing I'm doing is I don't expect Kershaw to be great point per dollar or anything like that today. I don't expect him to throw more than 75 to 85 pitches. But I would say that I'll take that if I'm not going, you know what I mean? I'll take that versus everybody else as a reasonable score, except for Logan Gilbert. I like Logan Gilbert's number one. And for me, number two is Kershaw. I understand a bunch of people are going to play Bassett today. I will not be one of them. Cueto was another one I considered, but I decided to go for Kershaw instead. I think Cueto probably has more upside because of the longer leash, but I do like Kershaw to get through like 5 clean innings here, maybe get 6 strikeouts. Even if he ends up with like 16 to 20 fantasy points, that very likely could end up being good for second or first on this slate scoring wise. So that's what I'm doing. And like I said, the mini Dodger stack is definitely a route I want to go. Some individual bats I like Seth Brown. I mentioned Sheets already. Lane Thomas, Riley Adams. If it goes that route, if not, I'll switch over my first base position. I'm just double checking the Washington line. Oh, I don't have the Washington lineup yet. Oh, we did just get the Mets lineup. I'm sorry, the Oakland lineup. Dermis Garcia and is an interesting one to think about because that guy's got some power. He's homered back-to-back days. And the thing about Espino is instead of stacking against him, I always like taking just bats against him. So I think I'm going to make a little change to my main lineup. And instead of Seth Brown, I think I'm going to put Dermis Garcia in there and make a little change to my catcher spot and leave a little bit of money on the table, which I think is a really viable thing to do today. Let's see. Did Oakland put, where did Langoliers end? Did he end up? Wait, I just saw the lineup and now it's gone. Here it is. Langoliers batting sixth. Okay, I don't mind that. So yeah, so there we go. And then you have the is there anybody 2,800 I really want in the outfield that I need to upgrade from Lane Thomas? I don't think so. No, I don't think any of these guys are upgrades, unless I guess you could argue for Tony Kemp being an upgrade, but it gives me a little Oakland stack. I think I like this better and leave you a little money on the table. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just hoping the White Sox don't go way off, because I think that they're going to be the most popular, and I'm okay with going with the Dodgers as my most popular. So I'm going to get out of here soon, I think. No golf. Thought I would listen. Yeah, no, nothing golf wise, obviously going on. So good to see you, Joanne. Dodgers Mets game is going to be high. It definitely could be. I could see that. And by the way, you got some nice hitting weather out there, humid and blowing out. So I have no problem with that. Probably, even though it's a bad hitter's park, it's probably the best hitting weather on the slate. 85 degrees, not that humid actually, it's only 30%. 85 degrees, the wind's 11 miles an hour, blowing out to right field. Again, the lefties I think make a lot of sense. So I really like what I'm going to do here, and I feel good about just taking one stance, and that's pretty much it. Had a couple close calls last night, didn't quite get there, but feels good to at least be on the right track a little bit better than I was for the rest of the month. And it's September. It's a new month. It means it's time to start winning again, guys. I will not be live this evening. I have other commitments, and I'm going to have trouble, but I think I'm going to be able to make it tomorrow for at least live. And I'm not sure about recording, but I will let you guys know in Discord. And let's make some money today. If there's no more questions or no more thoughts, I think I'm going to pop out of here because it's not a whole lot to go through. And I just want to make sure my last lineups are logical enough. And let's make some money today, everybody. Good luck, and hope you all do well. Thanks a lot, Joanne. Good luck to you.